Minute 2024 coverage this morning with new results from the latest Franklin and Marshall College poll, and Burwood Yost from Franklin and Marshall College, who helped conduct this poll, is with us live this morning to break down these results. And Burwood, could it get any closer when we're talking about this race for president? Let's show everyone the latest numbers. So this is the head-to-head matchup among likely voters, with former President Trump at 50%, Kamala Harris at 49%. That 50% was actually rounded up a little bit, so it's actually 49.3% to 49.6%. So statistically, this is a coin flip.
It is a coin flip at this moment. I think one of the important things to recognize, too, about this race is if you go from the registered voters to the likely voters, you get a slightly different outcome. Among registered voters, she has about a 4-point advantage. But when you go to those who say they're absolutely going to turn out and vote, you get this, an absolute tie.
And that advantage among registered voters has been pretty much the same in September and in August, with Harris ahead, but it really depends on who actually will vote on Election Day.
It does. I mean, this race at most is a 4-point race, and it's probably a race that's going to be decided by tens of thousands of votes, not hundreds of thousands.
Sure. So why is this race so close? Let's look at the next question that was asked. This is, you can see, asked many months and years going back, but it asks if you and your family think they'll be better off financially now than you were a year ago. So this is talking about your personal finances. And if you can see this circle here, this is where we are right now. 17% of the people polled say they are better off than a year ago, but 43% say they are worse off. And when you look back here at this other circle, this is the last poll before the 2020 election. It shows a wildly different picture. Only 13% say they were worse off. So this really shows the mood of folks.
It does. I think this particular question explains a whole lot about this election. People tell us that the economy is the most important problem facing the state. They really think Joe Biden has done a poor job as president, and it's based largely on these economic concerns. And you can see things are starting to get better, and then inflation took over, and I mean, this has been a huge problem for Democrats. It's going to be a big problem for Democrats up and down the ticket. If people are voting on the economy, typically they're favoring Republican candidates right now.
The only caveat I would point out is that the poll right before the midterms showed that actually more people thought they were worse off, and then we saw how that ended up in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So again,
but remember, the midterm electorate is a different electorate.
True.
It's much smaller, and its composition is different. And that's when we talk about likely and registered voters, things change a little bit in who actually comes out and what they look like.
And what their priorities are. We have so many more things to go through, but we're running out of time. We'll have more of these results online at WJAL.com. But this is an interesting one, talking about the economy. Which candidate is most prepared to handle the economy? This has been an advantage for the former president, as much as the question has been asked in this race. But the vice president has been improving her numbers on who can handle the economy. And if the economy is the #1 issue, it really depends on which candidate voters think will handle it more.
It does. She's really made up ground here. At one point, the gap between the two candidates was like 11 points to Donald Trump's advantage. She's closed that gap. She's also closed the gap on some other characteristics that people think are valuable for a president. So if she continues to make up ground, remember, we've still got 2 weeks to go. This is going to be a vital part of the decision-making process for a lot of voters.
And let's show one more, because it does show how Harris has an advantage. If the question is asked a little differently, asked who better understands the concerns of ordinary Americans. Now, that concern could be economy, could be reproductive rights, it could be national security. It's an open-ended question, but you see that Harris has the edge in that question.
Absolutely. I mean, I think one of the things that we've seen consistently throughout the race is that on issues of character and trustworthiness and values even, Harris has an advantage over Donald Trump. She has consistently, and she still does.
Turnout, turnout, turnout.
That's what it's all about.
Who shows up and what they happen to say on Election Day. Burwood, thanks so much for being here.